So the next of kin has to get to an attorney to do the investigations. Eventually, they may or may not be able to find paperwork at home if it's not been ransacked, particularly in those far away jurisdictions that there's just a plop or more than a plop in a rocky point somewhere, as I've seen, elsewhere. And they eventually have to find out, well, I know that my brother owned property. Can you find out about it? Yes, we go to the public register of property and commerce, and we run a search with the name of the individual. I know it's in a Fideicomiso, but the name will come up, right? So that is the first thing to do. Do a property search, find out was it ever registered, and then you have to find out, was it current with Fideicomiso fees, was it current with property taxes, was it current with federal synchronization, and then you start going step by step by step.
Is that a service you provide? Is that something you do?
I do, and it's complicated. Sometimes people ask for help in other jurisdictions that I'm able to help, either by going there myself or hiring someone who I can monitor and control till we get results in order for me to intervene. But sometimes, it's just that people sell property, and there's so many ways that I have a Fideicomiso. Well, they meant to have a Fideicomiso. They pay an attorney, but guess what? It never got transacted. There was never a bank involved. The guy had an accident, or he died, or he pocketed the money, and the people only have some emails with the attorney. But again, the question was, what if this person, the foreigner dies? The bank will not find out. They will find out that there's a procedure, there's a lawsuit, there's a claim, there's litigation, or there's a request of beneficiaries coming forward saying, I was named in the Fideicomiso, here's the proof of it, how I go about being named the rightful owner and take possession.
To continue with that question, though, I want to say we have received calls in the past of family members that know that their loved ones have passed away over here. They know that they have assets, and specifically properties, but there's no way they're coming to Mexico. They're going, we know my father, my mother, my family, they have a property down there. They passed away, but we are not crossing the border. We're afraid of Mexico, or whatever reasons, they can't get down here. Would they be able to call you, give you power of attorney? Would you be able to then start facilitating that process for them of selling the property and liquidating the assets?
Actually, I've been doing that for over a generation now. People call me from different states, different countries, actually, as I have clients from not just America, New Zealand, South Africa, and the person only needs to give me power of attorney. A power of attorney could be granted before a foreign notary public considered that the text, that the clauses are those that I provide in order to have them binding in Mexico, or the person may go to the nearest Mexican consulate or embassy and have the 𝗕𝗷𝗵, as it happens with the U.S. nationals away from the U.S. soil, and they give power attorney there, which is actually per the instructions of the attorney, me, whomever, so that this person gives the power attorney and is able to do all arrangements and file litigation, collection, or claims. That is something I provide to my clients. Yes.
Excellent. I have another question. What if there's no beneficiary on the trust? What happens to the property? Or if there is a beneficiary and they are nowhere to be found, what happens then?
Well, family member or spouse or concubine or child, even out of wedlock, can file a claim, and that would go to interstate.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if either of you actually asked this or dream about it. Whatever happens with the abandoned property, I guess there's a reason to discuss it at this point, because it's quite often an issue here along Baja California. I remember going to Lancaster with one of my brothers, and we were driving past a community, real nice community, and my sister-in-law was texting something, and she texted the address, and she got all the information right there and then. I don't know what website she went into, and she found everything, even the property wasn't on the market. But that's not something you can do here.
Yeah, I know.
People, I saw this in Punta Banda, I saw this elsewhere. If you don't know the seller, if you don't see the paperwork provided by the seller, if we don't have a way to be in touch and discuss the legal transfer, acquisition of property, you cannot go to the state and file a claim or buy from the state. It doesn't happen as in the U.S. It's one of those dark areas of laws in Mexico, which shows how backward we are in so many things. This is one of them, and it's mesmerizing how the state doesn't even get the advantage of claiming that and making it its own for as many uses for public services, right? I know that's how I feel about it, but Mexico hasn't legislated in that sense. So it's like trying. I've been asked to do it, and I keep telling them, "Are you sure you want to do that? I don't feel good about making money this way because guess what? You probably have like a 90% chance of not getting anything back, right. And I don't want to feel odd about it by leaving that for last. So that's what it is."
Okay. Louis, are there any important questions we have left?
There's one, but I'm not sure if you know, Rafael. What if an American dies here in Mexico and the Mexican spouse needs to claim assets in the U.S. but does not have a visa? Do you know what the process for that is?
That's a good question, and in this case, it would be the opposite case of when you ask when Cano asked me if I could do that for others, which are northbound, right? It's the same thing on the opposite end. They hire an attorney. The attorney will tell them to go to the Mexican U.S. consulate actually and grant power attorney under the instructions of the family law attorney or probate attorney, in order that power attorney is allowing him to engage and render the services, do whatever searches, findings, and filings.
Thank you for watching our video. If you're planning on buying real estate in the Rosarito Beach area, make sure to give us a call. Have a great day, everybody.